Oh, shit. Okay.
There you
But
are.
what's the work password?
That's if you were trying to log in as your account, but you're not. You're trying to join somebody else's meeting.
Okay. So what do I have to do now? Susan, how come I don't have sound? No, I turned it on.
Hi, John, can you hear us?
Yep, thank
Alright.
you. I can now. They didn't turn it on.
I want to call the September 8th Council on Aging meeting to order. First item on the agenda is roll call. So, Jean Prado, John Krasinski, John Parsons, Karen Zanowski, here, Meryl Chapley, Nancy Ziblack, Rosemary Di Benedetto, Joan Coco.
Here,
Do we have a quorum?
audio was on.
3, 4, 5. Would we need 6?
We need 6. Can we move?
So we can move somebody up.
That's up to you, it's totally your choice. That's what we.
Hold on, who's walking in? Jean Prado, Amy, I'll-
Nancy Ziblack? Yes. Here.
Two more
Jean
people.
Prado.
Ron, you almost got moved up.
All right, I will take things out of order and continue to the end of the meeting right now, this time. So the, actually, the agenda is approved minutes, the secretary, Other human services report, we have Philadelphia, COA annual conference and final approval. MBES, Mr. Kelly, and the Citizens Board of Directors nomination approval. PBC update, discussion vote to change yearly monthly meeting start time, future agenda items and adjourn. And I will take this select board update out of order so that Karen can leave for her other meeting.
So I don't have anything really specific, but I know that last, minutes. Since then, I also spoke to the person yesterday during their day. So, yeah, and, fingers crossed, everybody is very positive to say, although I have no details, but they were all.
And anything having to do, I know that Rebecca Serena had a presentation, and was there discussion about the rewriting the lease agreement?
They're still working on it, they didn't get us about it. The board wasn't talking about the amendments or
Yeah.
anything, so that's how people are doing it.
Okay.
And so I don't know.
So there's nothing that was said about that.
It might happen tonight, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, okay.
What was the presentation that they did?
This was presented to us once a year about the status of the rink and profit and loss and, what the projects they're doing and, how it's going. So they didn't pay town rent last year because they had put in a new roof, so there's some concern that the town might be receiving some rent. The rent is based on how much profit they make each year. So, it's an old facility and there's, I think capital plans are pretty important, so they just made a presentation of the status of what's going on. Good. Yeah, it looks good, they're doing well though.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And if you want to talk me up with, I can tell you what we discussed, so they can do that. You're meeting tomorrow night? Yeah, so we're, yes, tomorrow. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. A lot of meetings tonight.
I know.
So,
to work on everything.
so approve the minutes. Are there any changes to the minutes? Could I have a motion to approve them? Okay. No, so John approved, motion to approve, and Marilyn seconded, because we don't have a secretary yet. All those in favor, or I have to do roll call. Jean Prado? Yes. John Krasinski?
Yes.
John Parsons?
Yes.
Marilyn Chapley? Yes. Nancy Zimlack?
Yes.
Joan Coco?
Yes,
Karen Janowski, yes. Yes, unanimously. Okay, the next item is we need to appoint a secretary, and I'm going to ask at the next meeting that we have an election for a secretary. So that will be somebody to be thinking about that, because I will be I'm bringing it up again as a vote, because we do need a secretary, unfortunately. Kate did not do an awesome job, thank you. So do we have a volunteer for tonight's meeting?
It's short, I'll do it.
Thank you, Marilyn. Thank you very much.
Well done. Well played.
So you got the motion to approve it, go ahead and use that.
This is fair.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Marilyn. Marilyn was our secretary and our chair for many years, so we appreciate your willingness to do it again tonight.
Practice makes perfect.
And the other thing is, I did talk with Nancy about, because I'm not sure, I should know by now how to post, because you were looking for the minutes, how to post the minutes, and you were going to, you'll send me the template, and then I guess I send it to you.
I always send it to you.
Yeah,
And then
Yeah.
you,
no,
okay.
Send it.
I'll send it in to be.
So I do apologize that I haven't done that yet, so I'll have approved, but I will.
And I will work on those other minutes
Okay.
that are not there that I got the prior year, but
Okay.
that, so I will work on those.
Great. Excellent. Okay. Chris. Health and Human Services report.
Just, we had a great month in July, August, I mean, wow, it's already August, man. We had a great August. As you can see, our numbers for August, over 3,000 duplicated interactions, and we're solid on our unduplicated interactions. So as always, you know, I try to stay within the 3,000 interactions per month. And that's roughly what we're averaging, which is great. It's just a great place to be, and manageable. Volunteers are great. You know, Janet continues to do great with bringing volunteers in for events and everything. So you can kind of see that on the bottom. I do add volunteers to the top numbers, just so you know, but I like to keep them separate so you can see how many volunteers roughly we're getting each month. Great month. A lot of good activities as always, so I can't thank the staff enough. If you have any questions about any of the activities, I kept this short just for tonight, so I just did the numbers so you can see. But a lot of good numbers. Participation was good. We had some wait lists. Just another really good month. So kudos to the staff.
I felt the asking this, but. I can't think, what's the first number, the second one?
So up in the top right-hand corner, you'll see duplicated, unduplicated. So the first number on the left in each box, the first number is duplicated, and then the right number is unduplicated. So it's the number, let's say in 1 month. In 1 month, in August, we had 554 people come. That's the unduplicated.
554 different
People
Oh, okay.
came here.
Okay.
Those people came here in some way, shape, or form. Somebody could have came once. Some may come every day. But out of those 554 people, they came 3,076 times in that month. Does that make sense? Yep. So,
multiple times.
yeah. So I like it's good to see both numbers to see, okay, this is how many we're serving total. And now below that, you can see that we kind of inch up in the total year to date. Yep. So you can see the first month in July, we had 526, and then that creeped up to almost 700 there. And you'll see those numbers. If we're doing our job right, those numbers will keep creeping up on that year to date.
Sorry to take.
No, it's a great question.
Important question.
It's a great.
I kept looking at this report every month, I figured someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've all had that question. So
I still don't.
And Kate.
Chris, forgive me if this
No,
is something you do. I'm wondering if at some point during the year you do a report that of those numbers that are unique individuals, do you ever get to the point where you're saying, of those unique individuals, this many are coming every day? That's kind of a question I've been curious in the back of my head about, like, for how many people is this a place they come every single day? And I don't know if somewhere you report that or not.
so are you looking just for like daily numbers?
Well, not so much dealing, I guess what I'm getting a sense of, and it sort of feeds into the future, you know, and I don't want to spend a lot of time on this, we can talk about it offline too. You know, currently the way this place is structured, it doesn't serve as the kind of place where people come necessarily and they stay all day, they come for that.
Yep.
I think in some people's minds, that's a vision for the new place, and I'm wondering how many people of the current that number would be. I don't know that.
I see what you're saying. So I typically don't look at, I kind of look at the day, but so many things affect the day. Like, you know, so it's really hard. I could give you a number, but there's so many things that would skewer that number that, you know, it'd be really hard to like, okay, what does that mean though?
Okay.
And that's why I go with a month, because month to month is more accurate, even if some programs get canceled. But, you know, you can't go, I'd have to compare like Monday to Monday and Tuesday to Tuesday.
Right.
But then on top of that, I'd also have to look at, did things get canceled? Did the weather play a factor into it? And that does play a factor a little bit into it when month to month, but it's a little bit not as skewed.
Maybe I misunderstood what you're saying, but I understood the question to be not how many come on Monday or Tuesdays or Wednesdays, but how many people come 5 times a week, how many people come 4 times a week, how many people only come 1 time a week, or.
Well, that is another way of phrasing it.
Yeah. It's more about just how many people are frequent flyers as opposed to.
And I guess my biggest concern is thinking about those
Yeah.
here 5 days a week, just because to me,
What's that?
That's hard to
that's
count.
gonna be a core number of planning for the
One
future.
at a time.
Yeah.
Wait, go ahead, Ron. Oh, Jane.
I was gonna mention, I can understand the monthly, but what about similar to Maryland, doing a weekly? And then you can determine if it was program oriented or cancellation of the program.
So it gets challenging. It really gets challenging because, you know, 1 week we have birthday lunch. We don't have that every week. 1 week we have lunch and learn, but it's not every week. So it's hard to compare apples to apples because of what the program is each week. That's why if I go month to month, every month has the birthday lunch, every month has the lunch and learn, every month has every activity unless canceled. So it gets challenging because, you know, I could give you that, but again, trying to decipher what that means is a little bit hard because it, you know, again, what if we switch something up for a month and we have to have a lunch and learn and birthday lunch on the same week, but we don't have it another week? If there's a holiday that changes it. But let me think about that.
I was just gonna say that Chris was very gracious to sit down with me back in July to go over these numbers and how they're calculated.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to think from our conversation how they could be done. And it seems like it's kind of challenging to figure out on an individual level frequency. I mean, what you have now is on average about the average person stops by 5 or 6 times a month based on the duplicate versus the unduplicate. But that would be good information to know. It's like how many, like what's the frequency distribution? I just don't know how it could be.
And I don't think you'd really, right now, not really looking at the whys, just how it's distributed. Out of the 451, that's for a month, but out of the
I'm just gonna pick that number, 451. You know, maybe it's only a handful, maybe it's only like 10 people that come 5 days a week, or, and it's something that we're kind of wondering about, and that's just, then we can put that to bed, we don't have to worry about that if we're talking about 5 or 6 people, and you could probably, with the program and the numbers and maybe Excel, dig down and actually find the names of those people that come 5 or 6.
I have a question too. With the check-in system, is there any data that you're collecting as a result of the check-in system? And is that something that you could share with us?
What do you, what,
You know,
I mean, most of this data comes from the check-in.
Anything else that, because this hasn't changed.
I mean,
Since you've done the computerized.
Yeah.
system, this hasn't changed.
but
Just wondering, is there any additional information that you're getting now that we have a digital check-in system? Well, other than that, we can, you know,
Yeah.
just something to think about. You can see that we're all interested in this as
But-
part of the other human services report. So
yeah, let me have some time to think about this, because I want to make sure I mean, I can give you numbers, but I just want to make sure they're useful numbers
Right.
and that they mean something, so you got to give me some time. I don't know, give me a month or two to think about that.
And to tackle into Karen's question, again, I don't know that much about what's behind the system.
Yeah,
I'm in it, but I don't even remember when I signed up what I had to say. Is there any demographic information that could come up out of that? That's my question.
there's some.
Okay.
The hard part is, this is the challenge with the system was, up until I started, I can give you demographics. How accurate? Because we've been using this thing since, for 15, 20 years. We have a lot of people in the system. Before I arrived, I don't know how much information people got into the system. So I can give it to you, but I'm not, and we've been trying to look at that over the past, every year we look at that, trying to update every user. But also, we also don't have the time to go click through and make sure we have the correct birthday, the correct gender, the correct, demographic, So again, I can give you that, but, there's a % error a lot.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Last, one of the topics for you thinking of going to the conference.
Wait, that's the next item on the agenda.
I'm not gonna go, I'm just saying it's related to this, is that it's a topic that's in their agendas. It's a good place to go to learn about how to do all this.
So segueing into the
Okay.
next topic on the
Okay.
agenda.
And really quickly, Karen, sorry, I know you're moving on. If anyone has any questions, like Ron and I had a great conversation a month or two ago on a Friday. He came in, we talked for an hour, and then I kept talking and he wanted to run away, I think. No, if you ever have any questions, it is so much easier for me to sit down and discuss it. And that helps me too, to try to weed out, okay, maybe there is something you want. So please feel free to reach out. We can schedule a time to talk. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, segueing into the next item on the agenda is the COA annual conference and fund approval, which will require a vote. The conference is this year in Falmouth, October 22nd through 24th. The keynote is The Player of a Playful Mindset by Steve Gross, MSW, founder and chief playmaker of the Life is Good Playmaker Project. So I know in the past we've had some members attend, and I understand there's at least Kate is interested in attending. Is anyone else available or interested in attending either one day or multiple days?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm interested in day two, but if other people wanna go, I've gone a couple of times, so I would let someone else go.
Yeah, I've gone a couple of times too, so
I'm also happy, I'm gonna probably try to go to the first and second day this year. If, I probably will not stay though. So if somebody wants to go the first or second day and I'm happy, you wanna carpool down, you're more than welcome to join me in riding down. It's down in Falmouth, so, and, come back that day too.
Nancy, did you raise your hand to be interested?
I'm interested, but I'm not ready to commit yet. What are the dates yet?
October 22nd through the 24th.
The numbers.
And they shut off the time somewhat.
Yeah, they do.
I don't know how much in advance, but they do shut it off.
General, after rules.
So you gotta make up your mind now.
Right now, this minute?
But what I would consider doing is, if you're hesitant, you can say yes, we can vote, but it doesn't mean if you change your mind in a day or two before we register you, we don't have to register you. That makes sense. And we can approve up to that much funding, so just in case you don't go, we don't have to use all that funding.
I couldn't find the website, but it costs this.
It did say.
You had to actually register in order to see what's the cost. It's interesting marketing strategy.
As the OA directors and staff to receive member pricing, you must be logged in before registering. So, so how do we, Tom, sorry.
I was just gonna ask what you're talking about. What is the website?
I just did an internet search at Massachusetts COA Conference 2025. And that's how I found the information.
You can also go to MCOAonline.org, and it's on their homepage. You can, it's right there. It says,
ACOA.
yeah.
It doesn't have it doesn't show that there's a registered by to get the discounted price. It just says registration opens. So we are, so Katie will approve them now. That's, yeah, we have to keep it open. We have to, like, you're interested in attending all 3 days.
Yes.
Okay.
And
And in 1 day.
Actually, I was thinking in 2 days.
And Ron, you're interested
I'm
in that?
interested, I just don't know if I'm gonna be traveling that week. So, if I'm here, I'm interested in all 3 days.
If you're interested, just on a couple of days, you need to see the programs that are offered each day to decide which two you want to go.
You don't have to though, it says on the thing, you don't have to go along to sign.
Oh,
But just to make sure that's something.
yes.
Well, it says when registering, please select workshop session. These help us plan capacity, but don't worry about into your choice.
Is there a price differential if you go?
We have no idea if you can act. Chris, are you trying to log in?
Hey, I'm really quickly here.
I think there was a price differential. It was X number.
And if you want to jump to the next one, we'll come back. You gotta, just give me a minute.
Okay, the next thing is also, we need to hear from you too. The Mystic Valley Elder Services Board of Directors nomination approval, and this is a vote. And this is based on a letter that everybody got ahead of time. I got so many tabs open and I don't like paper. There it is. I hate it. So this was the CEO of Mystic Valley Elder Services, and we have 3 residents who are going to represent Reading and serve on the Mystic Valley Elder Services Board of Directors, but that does take a vote from us.
I'd like to make a motion to endorse these 3 people. They're all very quality people. We know about them, and I don't think there needs to be much discussion on it. Unless somebody has a problem with one of the people.
Oh, 2. Oh, I thought it was Kurt, Karen, 15 or 2.
It's 3 people,
Yeah.
but no.
No, they're all
They're all board, oh, great,
all three are board.
fabulous.
Yeah.
Karen, maybe announce a name for.
Michelle Hopper, Karen Patino, and Chris Waleski. So they have been appointed, well, it does require us. So,
And that's what my motion is for us to figure out. At least in my opinion.
is there a
they're all-
second? Is there any discussion?
Are they all previous board members?
No,
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 Karen.
Karen has been.
you're not required to have any affiliation with the COA.
but
You're
Michelle,
required.
Michelle Parker's resume is like this.
Oh, that I know, but she was never on
No.
this before. Okay.
Okay, no, the new system, my understanding of it is that they're required to do work on committees before they even get to the stage, so I assume these three people have all done that, or they wouldn't do this, it's just like.
So Chris is to be appointed to a 3-year term, and Michelle Klopper and Karen Patino are going to be for a 2-year term.
Okay.
Any other discussion? Okay, roll call vote. Nancy Zimmer,
Yes.
John Parsons,
Yes.
Marilyn Shepherd.
Yes.
Jean Prato,
Yes.
John Krasinski,
Yes.
Joan Coco,
Yes,
Karen Janowski, yes.
yes, my audio's on. Yes,
Yep, all set. Thank you, Joan.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and thank you, Brett, for your willingness to serve.
Yeah.
For your time.
Yeah.
Okay, next, did you find that information yet? Oh, they've really hidden the cost.
Okay, here it is.
Okay,
General admission for Thursday is, for Wednesday and Thursday is $265. So if you go Wednesday, it's $265, or if you go Thursday, it's $265.
Each day, it's just 65.
If you go general 3-day package, daytime only is $575.
So the 2
so what do you suggest we do,
Hold
Chris? Because we've got some people interested, we don't really know the cost. Can we approve up to a certain amount?
What I would do is approve up to a certain amount from whichever trust you want to take it from, which would probably be, I think, Burbank. I don't think this is member cost, so I don't know the member costs.
Oh.
So it's gonna be a little bit less. What I would do is probably up to $2,000, up to $2,000, for members to participate at the annual MCOA conference,
With the funding to be taken from.
Burbank.
We're not covering your admission. Yours comes from the town.
Mine comes from the town. I think Jenna's gonna go for it. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a great thing, or just.
No, it's very good.
So, do we have a motion?
Okay.
I think we need to hear the figures again, or at least I don't know.
Up to,
Up to how much?
2,000.
Up to 2,000, I'm not sure. Just want to make sure that I'm looking.
typically most people go, I'm just gonna base it off of one day here, non-member price, so it's gonna be cheaper. Go with member price to. If 7.5 people went one day, 2,000 would cover 7.5 people. But that's non-member price, so 2,000 would cover you up
Do we
to.
have a motion?
John made a motion.
No, we did not.
we do not.
I move that we approve up to $2,000 from the Burbank Trust to pay for COA member participation in the annual COA conference.
Second,
Any further discussion?
And that's a classroom only, not overnight or anything.
Correct. And it looks like there's only one night available left to rent a hotel anyway, so. Oh,
There's a discount, right?
oh, okay.
But yeah, they're pretty much gone.
Well, it says sold out. Yeah, only made, well, Wednesday night is sold out. So only Tuesday and Thursday night are in that facility. Okay, so,
And are we being clear, so we're just talking about funding
Exactly.
the ticket to attend, we're not
Yeah.
talking about funding. which is what we've done in the past.
Any other discussion? Okay. Sean Krasinski,
Yes.
Jean Prato,
Yes.
Joan Coco,
yes,
Nancy Zimla,
Yes.
John Parsons.
Yes.
Marilyn Shapley.
Yes.
Karen Chemowski, yes.
Okay.
Okay, PPC update with Nancy.
Let's see, I'm looking at the agenda here. They went through, if anybody, it's got some of my notes on it, but I'm just gonna pass around. If nobody's looked at the handouts for this, you can take a quick look and see if this is something that you would like to track. And, if you have any questions, you can come to the meeting, or you can tell me and I will be at the meeting, or, whatever. So, invoices were approved, and the budget update was done, and we are on track and on schedule for the budget update and the schedule. Design development is coming to a close, and the most recent cost estimate has gone out to the companies that review it. And I believe it's by the 27th, we will have the final cost estimate with any additions or subtractions that were put in. And those will all be public. Building and site design changes. We did the kitchen update. Karen and I were on that subcommittee, and I think it's a good design. I don't know if I said that last time, but I think it's a good design. It's everything that we wanted and everything that this group talked about. So,
Nancy, they mentioned that it seemed to be coming in under, on budget as well, $800,000, which included the design and all of the equipment.
yeah. There was a little bit of talk about the operational plan, not very much, but the town is continuing to work on that and thinks, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, no, actually, who is there? Or Chris, you can correct me. Operational plan is being worked on. And I believe Jenna said that they plan to disseminate that to the COA in November. Financial update was on the agenda because what they've done is they've organized two work groups. One is to look at cost overruns, or what is it called? Change orders. So if any change orders were put in, these 4 people would look at the change order. And I don't quite know how change orders work, and I'm going to try to find out more about it. I can't imagine that these 4 people are the ones that say yay, nay, but if they are, then somehow we want to track what these change orders are. If all of a sudden they say, oh, you can't have a 900 square foot room because we need more room for the air conditioners, so we're cutting it to 600, and we're going to approve that change order. I mean, we need, those are the things that I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but those are the things that I think we need to be able to track. Otherwise, we're gonna.
Because they typically need to be made in the moment.
Right.
So we're tracking them, sure. And I'm sure they will be tracking change orders.
Oh, they definitely, yeah, they'll have a system. Townsend and Heery, I'm sure, will have a system. And then another discussion was about the pre-qualification RFQ that has to go out, and this is prior to the RFQ is request for quotes, and then the RFP is request for proposals. So the RFQ has to happen first. And at this meeting, the PBC, at the recommendation of our project manager, was to hire two companies that are out there that are fairly well-known and used by a lot of projects. Basically do some of the legwork for the volunteer group that has to make sure that all these proposals meet the pre-qualifications. I remember doing that when I was on the committee when we were trying to first hire the project manager. And it's a lot of work. And this one could have, who knows how many. And this is when my head got a little fuzzy. They were talking about not only the person submitting the proposals, but then there are sub-managers and sub-managers to the sub-managers. Yeah, so, and all those have to be looked at and examined to make sure that they can actually be considered. Then there's a committee that once the company does the preliminary analysis, there's another committee, or it might be the same committee, that will actually do the analysis. So say there's 6 companies that passed by the pre-qual. And correct me, I know some of you have experience with handling projects and building projects and this kind of thing. But that then there would be another committee that would have volunteers on it, that would go through the RFP process. Because if they're qualified, they can submit a proposal. But and then once they submit a proposal, they can then choose to, or they can choose to submit a proposal and not just. I think I've talked too long about that. But does everybody get it? Go ahead.
Tom, I was just curious, I heard you mention earlier that the 27th we would have a final cost, is that correct?
It's around that date, yeah.
Okay, well, 26, is that a month, is that a year?
Oh, that's a day. I think it's the last Wednesday of this month.
Oh, this month?
Yeah, sorry, yes, August.
September.
September. October, November, December. Yeah.
Yes, I just had a question.
Yeah.
Your last update, you said there was a total of 22 design updates submitted, and all but 3 were addressed. Do you know if those 3 remaining ones have been addressed, or are they still?
I believe they were mostly, those 3 were around the kitchen. And off the top of my head, I can't remember what the 3 were, but I am 99% certain that they were addressed in that final kitchen. So.
Awesome.
Did they state, Nancy, what the deadline is for these proposals to be in?
And
I know they have to be in and stamped.
There is a date.
there is a date, and they had a big page on the back of this saying they're reworking the schedule, and they're going to put out another schedule. So I have an old schedule here, but I do know it's got to go out. Let me look at.
It's in January.
Yeah, let me look at this while we move on,
Yeah.
and I'll see if I can.
That's changed a couple.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Karen, they change orders usually come with a number of threshold. I don't know if they've gotten there yet, so there are some that are very small and could be made on the fly, and then there's gonna be a threshold where you come back to a committee. So I'm gonna kill them that $50,000 limit, so we need, just, if they haven't decided it already, you should be hearing or you can inquire about that.
Okay, thank you, Kim.
Okay, we do, okay.
And that was
Nancy.
it. The next meeting is
Next week?
October 8th.
Isn't it in 2 days, September 10th?
Yeah.
The second Wednesday of the month?
No, we've had September. So the next,
You have the PVC meeting? Oh,
No, it's October,
Yeah.
the next meeting.
okay.
October's the next meeting.
Oh,
This
that's
is-
right,
This was September 3rd.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, first
Yeah.
Wednesday of the month.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So the next one is October 8th.
Thank you, Nancy. Okay.
And I'm just gonna pass this around and, people can take a look at it.
Take this video too.
Hmm?
Yeah.
This video.
Oh, yeah. Please watch the video. You can put it on the fast mode.
Moving along, discussion and vote to change the COA monthly meeting start date. There was a member who did request that we change our start date from 6:30 to 6 o'clock. And so I did want to put it on the agenda. It doesn't require it. Well, actually Laura said it doesn't require a vote, but we have it on the agenda. It is a discussion. John?
If I had my way, I'd put it the other way back to 7 o'clock. To me, even with a 6:30 meeting, you kind of rush through supper. If you're somebody who's working, some people probably still are. It's gonna be tough to get to a 6 o'clock meeting.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
Other thoughts?
Me personally, it doesn't matter. One way or the other.
Could you take a poll of the room?
Well, that's what I'm asking. I'm
Oh,
wondering.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, any other thoughts? Keeping it at 6:30, moving it to 6?
Well, one thing I think we should consider, we have select board members that possibly are working, and if they're gonna be on liaison, to go.
But sometimes they have like 7 o'clock.
That's
meetings to go
the
to.
thing. That's.
Yeah.
I think 6 would be harder.
How did it get to be so messy?
You didn't hear me, but that's okay.
How did it get to be all
Other
messy?
thoughts? We can hear from associate members too, new members. Everybody has a voice.
I work hybrid, so I could be here at 6 o'clock.
I'm good with 6:30.
I appreciate it because, some meetings at 7, a lot of meetings start at 7, I appreciate it, I start at 6. Oftentimes, we're playing musical, who's getting, you can't be at 2 places at once, so, for what it's worth.
Any other thoughts? Nancy?
I actually, it wasn't the time, but I wondered if we conflict, we're working with other boards now. And do we conflict with any of the other boards? You know, if, PBBCLMK meets at, 7 o'clock on Monday night, you know, do we want to make sure that
You can be
we
available.
can be available? Right.
And the other thing, PBC meets at 6 on Wednesday night.
That's right.
There's different start, I tend to think of 6 or 6:30 myself, especially now as the days are getting shorter. And, it's gonna be very dark as we go through the winter, no matter what time we start.
Well,
Jean.
suggestion. Can we, if we decide to do 6 o'clock, and we vote again, down the road, it's not working, can we change it?
Can we supply some?
Oh, Sean.
You can bring your supper, Joe.
In other words, if we decide 6, that's for the year or.
No, we're very flexible.
That's what I'm saying. So I.
Well, then, since we do have it as a vote here, and it does seem like there is some discussion about what time to start, then, and we have vote on here, then, can I make a motion?
Could we table this the next week, next month?
Absolutely.
I make a motion, we table this the next month for more
I
discussion.
second it.
And I do, okay, do that motion, and can I, as part of the discussion, can I ask what the benefit of tabling it is?
Just so we could have more discussion because we're running out of time.
Oh, no,
I don't know.
Yeah,
Pardon me?
and I'm more curious about Nancy's question. Time doesn't really, 6:30. Look, if someone could take a look and say, these are the other meetings that meet.
I'm looking at it.
Yeah,
The-
off the top of my head, I don't know,
The
but.
Forest Committee typically meets at 6 o'clock, so probably would be beneficial for Karen to not move it to 6 o'clock. I think, it's like she's.
So do they meet on, what is Marty's?
They meet on.
Tuesday,
Well,
second
Or
Sunday,
we meet the second Monday.
second Monday, so it's, how many other committee meets the second Monday is my question, and I don't know the answer to that.
I don't know if they only post them like.
Well,
Not
except
even-
but don't they also say on some of their individual sites typically meets?
yeah,
And so it would require looking at that to see, and I don't know what.
yeah.
So postponing might help us gather that
All right,
information.
so we have a motion on the table, on the floor. Any further discussion? Okay, all those in favor of tabling this discussion to the next meeting? Right, roll call, Joan?
Yes, I
John?
want to table it.
Jean Prato?
Yes.
Nancy Lee Zimmer?
Yes.
John Parsons?
Yes.
Carol Shepley?
Yes.
Mary Janowski? Yes. We are in total agreement with everything tonight. All right. Future agenda items. I know Kate had thought about having a wish list because I know it's getting operation, is working towards coming up, the town's working on the operations plan. And so if we could have a discussion about some of the wish list items that we have to ensure that it's discussed.
That is, we should run programming in particular. What's our wish list of what we want?
It's important to know that when we talk about operations, it's not running, right?
Right, so that's why I wanted to say.
Oh,
I was thinking more about creating a wish list of,
programming.
yeah, if we could have whatever we wanted.
So this is a discussion.
But in November, in November, what Chief Jennings said they will be bringing us
How that up.
they just need data.
Okay, another.
There's an event coming up that.
Yeah, so this will be on the agenda in October as well, but it's good for people to be thinking about this.
Say the date.
Yeah.
There is an event every year, Erin has for quite some time. It used to be a welcome wagon, it's a night for new residents, but now they've broadened it. It's the way they describe it, whether you're in Gordon, whether you still remember the Atlantic and go back that far, whatever. You're all welcome if you want to learn more about the resources that are available in Reading, not just from the town, but other groups, whatever. It's like the garden clubs come and pitch their wares and things like that. I have reserved a table for the Council on Aging. It's from 5 to 7. I would love it if someone else could sit at the table with me. Because if you get talking to someone, then, you know.
So we'll talk about it, and Carolyn is just sharing that, so it's.
Yes.
the date. What
Yes.
date and what is the date?
It is,
October.
October 28th from 5 to 7 p.m.
And I think another part of that discussion that we can talk about is events, town events, and our participation. So we could be thinking about that for the June Family and Friends Day, for the Fall Fair Day that was yesterday. So we can talk about our participation in those kinds of events. Any other future agenda items?
I had, and this was from, attending the conference last year. There was this wonderful speaker. Don't ask me his name. He was humorous, knowledgeable. He was great. And the title of his talk, and I think you went to it, was how to be happy, or are you happy in your life now? But it was done on a I felt it was very uplifting. And he was amusing. So I was wondering if, I don't know if the COA has done this in the past, but if that might be something that we can propose to the Elder Affairs, and that we would sponsor a program like this. We could put it on the agenda. And I'll collect the information and get it to everyone.
Tom, the meeting next month will be the date.
The second Monday in October, which is, oh, that one.
That's on the holiday, though.
Okay, so.
It is.
So it is, shall we do it?
So we still gonna meet?
No, we don't meet on holidays. So great, thank you for pointing that out, October calendar. Let's see, so it would be either. October 6th or the 20th. So this is the thing, in November, the second Monday of the month is actually town meeting night. Yeah. So we can't have it then either, so I'm wondering, so I'm actually was going to propose that we don't meet in November, so maybe we should meet October 20th, the third Monday in October. Thank you for bringing that up.
I think with everything that's going on, construction wise, and is it possible just to meet instead of a Monday to Tuesday?
Yeah, why not? Can we meet the third Monday that month?
Well, I just don't think we should skip a month.
Yeah, I don't think we should spend a lot.
Oh, we'll talk about it. This town meeting.
Yeah.
October, are we okay with October 20th?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So our next meeting will be October 20th. Tom, thank you for bringing that up. Because we would realize that.
6 o'clock.
I like it. Okay, and then 6 o'clock, October 20th. And John,
Motion to adjourn.
is there a second?
Second.
John Krasinski.
Second.
Yes. Do you approve?
Yes.
Okay. Jean Frederick, John Coco, Joan Coco. She just saw you. Nancy Zimlack.
Yes.
John Parsons.
Yes.
Yes.
Karen Chapley, Karen Snowski, Joan Coco.
Yes. You hear me now? Yep,
Yeah.
I'm on.
Thank you all. How many of us are going to the CPDC? 1, 2, 3, 4,